Many Indians are attracted to buy property in Dubai, but at times they fumble on the tax implications. Real estate in Dubai and its tax implications. To bring in all the knowledge, Mr. Ajay Vaswani, chartered accountant by profession and tax director at Squarea. Ajay has a whole lot of experience working with NRIs on their taxes. Second is Mr. Aseem Agarwal. He's the co-founder of Squarea. He has vast experience in the field of selling and marketing of real estate in India and now in Dubai and Gulf countries. Let us welcome these two gentlemen. Based out of Dubai, or you're selling properties or buying properties for people in Dubai. So, Aseem, this question is for you. Can you tell us why Dubai real estate for Indian investors?
Sure. So, little background. So, we started about 2 years back. So, the company name is Squarea Consulting Pvt. Limited. We have a different entity in India and a separate entity in Dubai, which is registered over there. So, idea of starting Dubai in itself was that we saw a lot of demand being generated for Dubai from the Indian set of customers. So, it is not only to do with NRIs alone, but even resident Indians are also very, very keen and very, very keen in terms of investing in Dubai. So, primary reasons why Dubai is because of very strong ROI. The rental returns over there range from anywhere between 8% to 12%. So, when it comes to a long lease option, then it is about 8 to 9%. When it comes to a short lease option, which is your Airbnb, then it also ranges from 11 to 12%. So, unlike in India, these kind of returns are unheard of. So, this is not the IRR talking about, the rental yield which I'm talking about. So, in India, we in commercial properties only, we are able to see that return of 7 to 9%, which is there. But over there, it is the residential properties that give you that kind of an ROI apart from the capital appreciation, which is there. So, first reason is very, very strong ROI. Second reason is world-class infrastructure. So, anyone who has been in Dubai will agree with me that the way the Dubai government works day in, day out, and their leadership which has been there, it's like an event city. The way they have developed this entire thing, post probably 2008, 2009, when Burj Khalifa came in, it is phenomenal. Like every time, like I'm in Dubai almost 8 days in a month. Whenever I go to Dubai, for me also there is one new thing. It is just coming. And people over there, they also tell me that, they wake up and when they get up in the night, there's one new slab which has been stayed. So that's how fast the infrastructure is over there. And that's how they're making that entire world-class infrastructure. And thirdly, global safety. I think there is nothing better than Dubai compared to any other part of the world, be it UK, be it US. The kind of safety and security that you feel in Dubai. Like I have a home in Dubai. When I come back to India, I don't even lock the house and come back. It is that safe over there. So law is above everyone else over there. There is nothing like, I know him. There is no one who knows that here. Law is above everyone else. The penalties, the fines, the punishments are so high that, no one dares to get into doing that entire thing. So very, very important factor is the safety and security, because today when you are traveling or anywhere that you been there, you want your family to be safe and sound. So Dubai, hands down, is number one when it comes to safety and security. Apart from that, there is also very, very strategic location. So if you look at Dubai, the way it is placed on the world map, your Europe, your US, your Southeast Asia, that entire connectivity is beautiful. Like if I travel from here to UK, it's about 10 hours. To US, about 12 to 14 hours. From Dubai, it is just 6 hours or 7 hours. So that makes it very, very convenient to travel to Europe, to US, to South Asia. Then you have very diverse community being there. There are about 190 to 200 nationalities which are there. So these are about 200 nationalities who are staying in or investing over there. So that makes it very, 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 very diverse. So, the quality of life is excellent. 200 nationality living all in one city, and the population is not much. The population is only 35 lakhs over there. So I think Pune alone would be more than a crore. There is only 35 lakh population and you have a mix of 200 nationalities. So you can understand the kind of diversity which is been there, the kind of quality of life which is there. So I think these are the few factors which makes it very, very interesting and appealing to for someone to invest in Dubai.
So, Asim, can you tell me in terms of percentage or volume, what kind of volumes come to Dubai real estate from India? Because India is doing fabulously well as far as Dubai properties are concerned. There are a lot of Indians who go buy properties there. So, and other nationalities also, I'm told even Russia or Ukraine, people from the UK are here to buy. So, who buys what kind of properties there?
So it's been showing how I have been helping the people on the taxation and the transaction front. So my profile is I have worked for the international taxation part. I am a tax director at Squarea. So what I have been doing in of late, I am helping people to do the structuring of the transaction and the taxation for people who are willing to buy a property outside it. So earlier it was always that a non-resident Indian who are already living outside India, they used to buy, the properties outside. But of late, especially post-COVID, things have gone phenomenally very high and Dubai has come up like anything. Of course, there are a lot of countries available as an option wherein resident Indian can buy a property, but Dubai has been the top destination for the Indians. And if you see the global record, India has always been the top three investor in. So of course, there are people who are from UK, Russia, Pakistan, and other nationalities buying and investing in Dubai. But India has always been into top two, top three, where it is about resident Indians buying an act. So this is a record available.
Yeah. So I understand that, Ajay. And I guess safety matters for everyone as far as properties are concerned.
So I just add a point to that. In fact, if you look at Dubai population, as I mentioned, is about 35 to 38 lakh. The overall Dubai population would be about a crore. A good 35 to 38% of that is Indian over there. So it's a very, very high amount of Indians who are actually being settled over there. For them, it's like, not even a second home, but like a family home. And plus, the connectivity is so good. If I have to travel from Pune to Delhi to Bangalore, not Bangalore, but at least Bhubaneswar or Calcutta, it's about 2.5 hours. Pune to Dubai, 2.5. I think anywhere from India, it's about 2.5 hours connectivity, which is that makes it very, very lucrative comparatively to someone who is in US, in UK, in Australia, and if I want Chester is in Australia. It's very difficult for her to, there's just once in a year or, once in 2 years that she comes down. But when you're actually in Dubai, you can just head on any day, anytime. There is any exigency, anything which is there, you really don't have to think to come down. So from that perspective, it is, for Indians, it does put a lot.
Yeah, what he's saying is absolutely right. And if I have to add up on the same point, you see, of course, Aseem mentioned about the ROI, the rental part. But apart from that, there are few more additional things if you see. So the capital appreciation has been very good. Okay. Third thing is, so dollar and dirham are pegged. So $1 is equal to 3.65 dirham. There is no fluctuation in INR and dirham. So whatever is the equivalent transfer rate to dollar, you see 3.65 is the dirham rate. So there is no currency fluctuation between India and UAE assets. It is just directly linked to the dollar. So dollar has been appreciating a lot. So that return also you can add up onto your investment. So there is a rental yield, there is a capital appreciation, there is a dollar investment. Effectively, if you put all together these returns, your anywhere return goes from anywhere between like 14 to 16% also. And so this is a very good thing that Indians, the residents are looking to invest for in though.
Ajay, I agree. Do you remember that in the past there have been times when the market has taken a dip and people have lost money in Dubai real estate? So, what do you think that this run is going to go in for? How much time, and how do you foresee Dubai's real estate future?
So yes, there was a past where in 2008 and 2011-12, there was a global slowdown where Dubai economy did take a hit. But those are the past days now. So last 13 years, Dubai haven't seen any correction. And especially after the COVID time, you see anywhere in the world, real estate prices have gone up like anything. You talk about any country, be it even India for that reason. So Dubai has turned around itself in a very large scale. And especially the Expo 2020 event also that happened, that was a very big turn. Now, the target, if you see, of the UAE government, they are looking forward to double the population in 15 years. So they have their 2040, 2050 plan down the line, where they are expanding the city like anything. There are a global population moving in. India's highest number of millionaires are moving to UAE. And similarly is the concept for other countries as well. So GOE has a very strong plan of action being implemented. The chances of correction coming in is very, very less right now. They are maintaining the demand and supply, because eventually if you see the country's economy, of course, there is not much of oil available in Dubai as such. It is more of Abu Dhabi. But if you see just the economy of Dubai, it is more on the tourism and real estate right now.
Yeah.
They would not like to mess it up. So it is, but it is organized, it is well planned for now. Whatever you are being released, whatever developer the permissions are being given for the new launches, it is in a highly regulated environment.
Yes, that we see there are a lot of new launches coming up, and companies and mandate partners are coming to India to put up a road show. Ajay, you said that many millionaires are moving to Dubai. Any particular reason you feel is drawing them to Dubai?
See, I have been traveling to Dubai like anything. So in last 10 years, I did more than 200 visits. I spend 8-10 days every month over there. For me, it is just like living in any other city in India. So Bombay in Delhi. So Dubai is that connectivity. So it's just a 2.5 hour flight from India. Majority of the population there is India. So it is an extended city, I always feel like. And the environment is very good. It's very peace, very calm. The business is very good. The professionals working out there, they are doing excellent over there. The business overall is growing, and India, Dubai always has a very good trade relations also.
Absolutely. Yeah. Okay. So, Aseem, question to you. What kind of properties are sold in Dubai? Because Dubai, the manufacturing or the developers are on a little different platform. So you sell very good villas. There are sky villas, absolute those Palm Jumeirah, the ones which touch the. They have got their own beaches made, though it's a country out of desert. But they've been able to do all this. So can you explain us more about this?
So in Dubai, you are actually spoiled for choice. Unlike in our own city, like I've had my own experiences in Pune, which is my main city. Buying a property or selling a property over here, the consumer over here never gets a 10 out of 10. So either we get the builder, either it is the reputation, the possession timeline, the configuration, the pricing, a lot of factors which do play a role in India, and then you always have to settle between a 7 or a 7.5 or maximum 8 out of 10 when you have to buy a property in India. In Dubai, over there, once you go over there, and we have had so many, obviously, transactions and everything going, a person gets actually spoiled, and he gets tempted to, if he has a budget of 2 million, he gets tempted to buy 4 million, 6 million. He actually gets tempted, and because he's seeing everything, whatever he's seeing. And the development over there is something which is very, very real. It is think that, there's use something on paper which is not there. You see the entire structure around it, you see the entire environment around it, you see the delivered properties around it. So you actually get to know that, yes, this is something which the kind of living that I've always aimed for. So while you, pay that kind of money, you are still not able to get that kind of facilities or amenities or infrastructure back home. But over there, each and every penny, whatever you spend over there, you actually get that value for money. So over there, the minimum starts from studio, which is roughly around 250 square feet to about 500 square feet studio. Then there is 1 BHK, 2 BHK, 3 BHK, 4 BHK apartment. So this is all apartment, which is there. And then there is a townhouse. So the way we call the row house in India, they call it townhouses over there. Then there is villa, and then there are mansion. So this is the entire segment of the residential properties that one can look at. And from a pricing perspective, the way we call under construction property over here, we call it off plan. There's something which is under construction.
Okay.
So off plan properties for a studio starts as low as 600,000 dirham, and 1 BHK will be about 1 million and 2 million, depending on which location, which developer. And villas starts from about 8 to 9 million, and mansion will start from about 20 million. So
20 million is rough.
Yes. So this is the typical range of the residential properties that you are able to get over there. Of course, the villas and the mansions are very, very exclusive, and this is something which is very minimal when it comes to the supply part of it. The studio, the 1 BHK part, or obviously a lot. The development, the things are a lot over there, but townhouses are also are quite in good numbers. But villa and mansion is something which is very, very high in demand because they are very even.
Okay. While on this, can you also let us know which locations are the ones which are coming up now, and how do you see the future? Like Dubai is also divided into 2-3 parts. So can you just let us know more about like in India, we've got, or in a particular city, we've got east, west, north, south. So in Dubai, how do you quantify this?
So Dubai predominantly is not like from an area perspective, it's not very big. The main location happens to be downtown where Burj Khalifa is or Dubai Mall. So anyone who has been to Dubai would have definitely visited Burj Khalifa or Dubai. So that is the downtown location, which is very, very prime. Second location is your Marina, which is next to your Palm Jumeirah. So these are very, very prime locations, which is there. The per ticket price is also very, very high over there. So these are the location in which if one is wanting to be in those locations, then these are prime. The upcoming location happens to be Dubai South. So Dubai South is where the new international airport is coming up. So that new international airport is called as Al Maktoum International Airport. So the current DXB airport, which is there, that is actually going to get shifted mostly over there. So in the next 5 years, the entire Emirates terminal is shifting over there. And in the next 8 years, all the other airline terminals will be over there. So Dubai South is one area which is upcoming. From downtown, it is about 40 minutes. 40 to 50 minutes over there. But that is something which is upcoming location. There are projects of Imar, Azizi, which is already been come up over there. And it's a huge community village. So in Dubai, what happens is there are developers like Imar, the Mac, they are community developers. So they develop the entire community. So they do health over there, then school, they do hospital, villas, apartments. So you don't really have to go outside of your own community. So they are master developers per se when they develop so much of infrastructure around it. So Dubai South is definitely one upcoming location. The other upcoming location is Dubai Islands or Dubai Maritime City. So Dubai Maritime City is where the entire maritime operations are there. They are all getting shifted to Palm Jumeirah. So what they have started to do is they have also started to decongest the areas which is very, very heavy in terms of traffic, in terms of population. So they are opening up new areas and then they're shifting out the entire thing. Palm Jumeirah is where it is also close proximity to the Al Maktoum Airport. So that is where they're shifting out the entire thing, and that is something which is close to the Bad Dubai or Karama area, which is the old Dubai. So those particular areas typically used to be on leasehold. So Dubai Maritime City or Dubai Islands is something which focused properly on freehold, and that is something which is giving people who want to be in old Dubai a good option to invest over there.
Amazing, very nice. Ajay, I am seeing there's a lot of people who look at Dubai as a tax haven. So can you tell us the tax implications for buying or selling properties from an Indian perspective?
You would have seen a lot of advertisements around, especially in most of the cities. There are every weekend there is an expo happening.
Correct.
To India selling a property, you have to be very cautious over here. And that is even, in fact, where we come in. We are a people where we provide service end to end. It is not just about selling a real estate. It is about this in the transaction also. So the caution point over here is that if you are a non-resident Indian living in Dubai, for you, this is a tax-free income because Dubai doesn't have any concept of personal income tax. But if you are a resident Asian and you are investing in Dubai, whatever you have, either be it rental income or a capital gain, it is chargeable like any other income you have in it. So like having a property in India and giving it on rent, whatever is the taxability around that, it is same for you if you have an asset in. And similar, selling a property, you have a long-term capital gain in India. Similar is the concept for you for having an asset outside India. So you have to be very cautious. Whatever income you are earning, having a foreign asset is taxable in India for you. It is not taxable in Dubai because there is no taxes in Dubai for that reason. And also it is very important that if you are buying an asset or you have even for that reason a bank account or a rental income, it is mandatory for you to declare foreign asset and foreign. So non-disclosure of the foreign asset in the Indian income tax return if you are a resident directly goes up with the Black Money Act And any violation has a very humongous penalty, which is rupees 10 lakh per annum for the inland report. So this is where the caution is to be there. You would have seen a lot of paper articles around.
Yeah.
Indians buying property would be receiving notices. It is for them who have not disclosed. If you are disclosing it, it is fair, it is fine. And you are absolutely compliant in that scenario. What is important is the compliance, the disclosure, and whatever tax is due, you pay off. So, of course, there are a lot of people who come to India and say that you buy a property, whatever rental income you get, it will be exempt. So they don't know that I am a chartered accountant who handles the taxation. So that is the way people come and just left, right, center selling in it. So you have to be very good.
So in this case, Ajay, is you saying that anybody buying a property in Dubai, and if he's making some income out of that, he has to show into his returns that he files in India, whether these are profits through rental or he sales and makes capital appreciation, he still has to show that in his Indian returns. Is that what you say?
Correct. And while you are buying a property, of course, the Indian government regulates the dollar being sent outside India. So whatever money that is being sent outside India by a resident to buy a foreign asset is done under LRS, that is Liberalized Remittance Scheme, where an individual can send up to 250,000 USD per annum per person. And that is the reason why most of the properties in Dubai are off plan. So you will have payment plans ranging from 3 year, 4 year, or 5 year. So this is
Okay.
that you do. So that even you match upon the LRS limit. And in case you want to send more money, then what we advise to our client is that you should add more family members. So like if you have two people, husband and wife buying a property together, so the limit is 50,000 each. So it is almost close to $500,000 that you can send money in a particular financial year. And if you are sending money above 7 lakh, now it has been amended to 10 lakh. So there is a concept of TCS, that is tax collected at source. So basically, if you have to send 1 crore rupee, there is a 20 lakh TCS withholded by the government and paid to the bank. So in short, your bank balance should be 1 crore 20 lakh in case you want to send 1 crore. So 1 crore goes to the developer, 20 lakh goes to the government as TCS. While you are filing your income tax return in India, if you have any tax liability, it would be adjusted against that. If not, whatever is the additional or excess, government pays you back. And also for people who are into business or maybe salaried also. So either they pay advance tax or their TDS is deducted on the employee. So if you tell your employer that, see, I have already paid TCS, there won't be any additional liability of TDS. Whereas if you are a businessman paying advance tax, so you cannot afford that. Okay, instead of paying advance tax, you can show that there is a TCS. So it is just an alternative to advance tax. So there is not that, additional cash flow is blocked for this particular. So this is anyway a very normal thing which you do. Okay, comes back to you if it is not a cost.
And Ajay, how would you explain VAT, that is value-added tax? I guess Dubai.
Buying a property, it is just like if you are buying an apartment in India, there is a GST component.
Correct.
Same out there. Whatever the builder is asking you, it is inclusive of the taxes. And like we pay stamp duty in India, there is a DLT, Dubai Land Department. There is a 4% straight stamp duty that is payable on any property that you.
Okay. And while selling, the buyer has to pay, you don't have to pay.
Correct.
All right. And apart from this, there are no other taxes and fees paid to the government.
Nothing. It's just 4% DLT charges.
Okay. And the tax liabilities in India, you said that it will be as good as they are buying or selling a property in India.
Correct.
To their income.
Correct.
Okay. All right. So,
I think one very important thing is also the advisory section. Buying property in Dubai is absolutely easy. Everything is online. You don't even have to go for registration. There is a sales purchase agreement which has been sent to you. You just have to sign it digitally. The entire process is extremely seamless. The payment gets done through online credit card or direct debit. So the entire process is very, very seamless. Over there, the property selection is the easiest of the part. But what needs to be considered is the fact the entire process of doing it. So, if it is a resident Indian, then the entire LRS limit. If it is an LRI, then the taxation which is there in their own tax resident country. These aspects are something which is very, very important. And no one talks on these things. Everyone just talks about that. You just buy this property. This is it. You don't. But no one gets into that entire thing that how are you going to transfer the money? What is that cost of it? The advisory section becomes very, very important. So the way we do our roadshows is primarily to first understand how the source of this company, what is that purpose, how is it going to, how does the TCS work, how does LRS work, how does taxation work. These are very, very important before one gets into buying a property. So as I said, when a person goes to Dubai, he is spoiled for choice over there. But before he gets into, making anything within the pulse buy, it is important for him to understand, how you do this entire transaction. How does the money get repatriated? What is the thing to get the money back to India? All of those things has to be really, really. So advisory plays a very, very big role, and the clients particularly should be paying close attention to the process rather than just the property.
Yeah. Aseem, while on this, can you also explain us the due diligence strategies or those are the techniques those are adopted there in Dubai? I guess the title flow is very, very smooth there. You don't have to go through all those hassles like we have it here back home. So can you take us through that process?
Yeah. So as I was mentioning, the entire process flow is very, very simplistic. So while you go and select a particular property, you just have to pay 30,000 or 40,000 dirham as a token. So primarily what happens over there is that the inventory does not stay long. So there are developers like Imar or a Damag or a Shobha wherein the is just sold up within few hours. So one has to be ready for the upcoming launch which is coming in. So instead of just being ready for something which is already available, it is always advisable that getting it property which is an upcoming launch wherein there is an expression of interest which is being submitted. And then on the day of the launch is when the entire allocation happens, like you get to do the property select. So that is the way to do it. But at least for a resident Indian, these are things which is not been seen. So they really think that this is something which is just being projected, or is it been happening? So it takes them time. It takes them one launch to see that this has actually been happening, and this is the actual price launch which has been done, and then have money in 3 months, 6 months, 1 year. So they take about 3 months to 6 months to really get to understand that entire process of doing it. So it's very important that we don't rush up to buy a property before we have the entire understanding and knowledge of it. So there is nothing more important than having enough and more knowledge and about it, rather than just market is gonna run. That's gonna be there, but it is important that we know the entire process around it, so that later on it could not happen that the market was leaning, everything was happening, that I did not know the entire process of it or the taxation of it. So it's okay to take time to decide on this particular thing, but then once you have decided, then you have to get into buying. But get your queries clarified, get your taxation clarified, get your finances clarified. Over there, everything is very simplistic. Your payment plans are fixed. There is nothing like construction thing over there. So you pay a 20% booking amount. There is a 4% DLD, which is like the stamp duty. And then you have like 10% in 6 months payment, which is there. That developers make that you also see giving a 1% payment plan every month. So payment plans are excellent over there. You either have a 50 payment plan, or a 60-40 payment plan, or a 70-30 payment plan. That means that you have to pay 50, 60, 70 respectively during the time of construction, and the balance amount of 50, 40, 30 the time of possession.
Okay. So these are very, very simple and easy on pocket, I guess.
Exactly. That's what I was saying in my issue talk, that when a person actually understands this entire payment plans, they get tempted to buy 2 properties, and it also makes sense because you can also flip 1 property at the time. And the best part is that the mortgage rates are very low. So mortgage rates are between 4 to 5% over there. So my 30%, 40% or 50%, which is at the time of possession, can also be mortgaged. When my ROI is more than 8% and my mortgage is about 5%, I'm still making that 3% upside on that.
Correct.
Where if I have a budget of 100, and 50 can be mortgaged, I can still buy 2 properties with that. So that's how the entire property movement is happening over there.
So Aseem, can you give us some case studies, some stories that you would have from some interesting facts from customers? You have been doing this for quite some time. So any tales?
Every day I get one call and I help people in getting the transaction done. And Aseem was adding the due diligence part. The pricing is very transparent over there. So if there is an individual X who is selling your property, why would app also have the same value? It is a very transparent online portal. So there is not different set of pricing for different set of customers. So there is no concept of negotiation, discounting. And usually the tendency in India is today if we see the property, tomorrow if we see the developer or any salespeople coming and calling you and chasing you for, it is of course for the sales orientation. But in Dubai, if the inventory is available now, 10 minutes down the line, it does not show that you will have the same inventory. So that is how the works. If someone is calling you from Dubai and saying that, okay, you need to take a decision today itself, it really means that you have to take that decision today itself. So tomorrow, that inventory must be like not a, because this is like global thing. People around the world are buying assets in Dubai, and you never know when your favorite choice of unit is sold out. Considering the story part, of course, I have people these days now who have started thinking on the second generation. So if their children are 10th and 12th now, they are looking forward to settling their family, their children outside 4 years, 5 years, 6 years down the line. So if you see, in past decade, option was people used to go to US, UK to study. The students are out. But that things have been changing around. So then UAE, especially in Dubai, there are two free zones or designated areas. One is academic city and another is knowledge city, where you have global university and campuses being set up. So you name renowned universities of India, they are already there. There's IM coming up. There is Symbiosis already there. Simonji is there. Then the renowned universities from US, UK, Australia, Singapore, all these are being set up over there. So down the line, instead of sending your kid far east or west, people would prefer their children to study in UK and UAE instead of these countries. And it is connected to India. And, you can just take 2.5 hour flight and come back if you want to meet your kid. That is the potential. And I've also started thinking on the business lines, professional lines, freelancers. Instead of working from India, they are moving there, setting up their entities. Dubai government is starting to promote this type of a lot of incentives being given, promotions being made. People have started thinking of those lines that down the line, 5 year, 8 year, if I have to move, I should start investing in it, because the payment plan is such that today, if you think you will get your own house maybe delivered in 2028, 29, that is where you're planning. So it is not where that you immediately move and you want to buy it. So you can start gradually putting the money, have your savings done. And tomorrow, if your kid who has been studying there for next 4-5 years and wants to settle, he has a ready-made thing there in place. So this is one top story that I have been interacting with a lot of resident Indians these days.
Okay.
Very interesting about Ajay said about negotiation.
Yeah.
So this really helps customers and we as advisors as well. Is that there is no negotiation. The transparency is so much. Whatever is there on the system, whatever is the pricing is there. So since they are dealing with 200 nationalities, there is nothing negotiation as such which is there. We as Indians, still have a little bit of habit of negotiating. Everywhere that we go, but since they deal with global kids, there is nothing called negotiation. So everything is very clear. Every transparency is there. You are able to see what is the price right now, what is the price changing. Everything is there on system. So there is nothing that, again, I will talk to the sales head over there. I will talk to them. There is nothing which one can do, and that is what they have to really do, because if they don't know this entire thing, the trust will never be built.
Correct.
Just to give you a number, the kind of sale which happens in Dubai in 2024, Dubai alone did about 30 lakh crore of a sale.
Okay.
So you can imagine the kind of numbers which is there. So there is absolutely no time which the developers have to sit down to negotiate. This is what it is. It is more of an advisory market or an agent-driven market and not bidder-driven market. So, and
bigger volumes are coming in.
Huge. 30 lakh crore is very good. There is no that to go a business like a 30 lakh crore in a year. For a developer like Shubha, they have about 400 sales manager. So you can understand the kind of volume which is coming in, the kind of clientele which is coming in. So it's absolutely phenomenal. And in fact, while all of these things is happening, just to give you a metric, how much one can really own in $1 million. So in Hong Kong, you can own about 250 square feet. In a place like New York, you'll hold about 350 square feet. Probably Paris will give you 450 square feet. Dubai gives you 1,500 square feet.
Okay.
Dubai has to be compared with rest of the world. Compared to the to what you can own in rest of the world. You see these numbers. The Hong Kong is 230, Paris is about 450, Tokyo is about 700 square feet, Melbourne is about 1,000 square feet. Dubai gives you 1,500 square feet. So it is very, very much value for money when it comes to real estate.
Yeah. Very nice, Samir. Quite a bit of understanding on real estate and Ajay on taxation, because these are two things which go hand in hand. If, as you rightly said, if somebody wants to buy a property in Dubai, then they get stuck with the tax implications. And like you said, that developers or even mandate holders lure people to go buy a property in Dubai with them. But then what happens to the taxes is something which they must understand. So that is the reason we thought that we must put this.
This is where the most interesting fact is that even over there in Dubai, even the developer side, they keep talking about it being tax free. There is no taxation. So they talk from a perspective of someone who is in Dubai, who is a citizen of Dubai. But then there is no tax. But it is not the same for a person who is a resident Indian or a resident of UK, US or any other. They have to look out for their own taxes. They are just talking about there is no taxes over there for a person who is settled in Dubai or who is a tax citizen of Dubai.
Yeah.
So very big factor which needs to be considered, which even developer would not really say, because they're talking from their perspective. They are in Dubai, they are selling properties in Dubai, they are thinking that you are in Dubai.
Yeah.
For them, it is their perspective.
So one more confusion comes in here because there is a concept of golden visa in UAE. So if you are buying a property or an asset for a value of 2 million, you get a golden visa wherein you can stay in Dubai for 10 years and there is no other rules and regulations around. So visa is just here that permit to live over there. You are not a resident of that country. Your residential status is purely based on the number of days you stay outside India. So if you have been filling that number of days, then you become non-resident and then your foreign income is exempt in India. But having just a visa doesn't give you a status that you are a tax resident of that country. It is just that you have a right over there to live. You have a right to have a work over there. But that doesn't give you the resident status. So a lot of people confuse themselves with having a visa or being a resident with the residential status as per the income tax or the FEMA rules and regulation.
And this you said is for 10 years.
Golden visa is valid for 10 years. So
And what happens after that? What happens after 10 years?
So it is a renewable visa basically. If you have been continuing to hold the property, you can continue your visa.
Holding the visa. All right. Very nice. Ajay, any parting words to our viewers? What would you say?
So of course, Dubai as an investment opportunity is very good. And of course, I have seen people buying left, right, center. And there is a good fear of missing out, which is honestly very true. And for people who missed out last year, would see 10%, 15% hike upon this year. So if this year also you miss upon, next year again you will have an opportunity which is gone. So if you are thinking to buy, you should structure your transaction very well. Have a professional consultant in place whenever you choose upon property, how the money is to be sent. And in fact, as a professional, what role additionally plays, when you are sending forex outside India, there is a spread. So bank usually charges a profit, which is whenever you are sending money outside India, there is a spread on the forex. We help you at negotiating that also. So even if I'm helping you save 30 paisa on a crore rupee, this is a very good money. So that is wherein we come in. Then there is taxation compliance. What is the reporting requirements in India? Whatever income you are accumulating or generating outside India, how you need to use that money, how the transfers come back to India. These are the very important things that you should be knowing before taking a decision on investing back in.
Very important. Aseem, any parting message to our viewers?
So, as Ajay rightly mentioned that the time is now, but not something that we rush into it in terms of property. Why people have probably, it's not just to do with Dubai or what has happened the past, but anywhere when we do not set the expectation right is where we have a problem. So setting the right expectation is important. If you are expecting, or if someone is telling you that you park the money right now and it's going to develop in the next 3 years' time, it is a wrong expectation. Setting the right expectation is very, very important, and staying in real estate for a long time is important. 5 to 10 years is to stay in real estate. You have to get that kind of a money, you can flip, but you don't go with that thought. You don't go with that thought that And over there, the best part is that you can also flip a property at 50%. So you don't have to hold the property till possession. In case you've paid 50% payment, you are allowed to sell the property in between. Having said that, it is not something that one should get into it because of that. One have a perspective of 5 to 8 years at least for getting into real estate. In case you are able to see that the property has been doing well, now it's a good time to do it. One can look at flipping it out, but get into property buying with a perspective of at least 5 to 8 years. And property advisory is very, very important. Doing something which is like, we know at Squarea is a one-stop shop. So it is not just about property selection, but the entire way the taxation is done, the way the LRS is done. Ajay spoke about the forex part of it. So this is something which is all allied services. Even if someone is looking to open up a company over there and have a company formation done, have a golden visa done, we provide end-to-end service over there because it is something in which you do not know anyone over there. So for you, it is very important that you are able to provide all of those services, which is all allied services with it. So as I mentioned, property selection is easiest part of it, which everyone will try to lure you and tell you to do it. But all the other things is something which has to come first before the property.
Yeah, true. Amazing. Very nice information has been shared. And I do encourage my viewers to take stock of this particular podcast. And just in case they want to go ahead and book their properties or buy properties in Dubai, then it's very important that they must consult a tax consultant, a tax advisor, a property consultant there, so that they don't fall into any kind of trap or wrong hands and they take informed decision. And I'm going to share Ajay's and Aseem's contact information in the description. If anybody wants to connect with them, they can directly go ahead and do that. Thank you very much, Ajay, for being here. And thank you very much, Aseem, for being here.
Thank you. My pleasure.
And thanks for being with us till the end of this podcast. If you found it useful, kindly share it with others so that they can also take advantage of this. If you're new to our channel, please hit the subscribe button so that you get the further notifications automatically. And please let us know in the comment section what kind of topics you want us to cover in real estate in our future podcast. See you soon with the next one. Thank you till then.